So, what do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanical engineer.
If your husband, your child, your friend cannot go somewhere and point at what you do, that is not a good thing. That is actually one of the things that business does much better than individuals. WorkParrots is really there as a place that you can share about your work so that somebody else can share about what you do. If your work is something that is on the dinner table alone, then I think it's time you get your work out of the dinner table, because when your friends and your family can easily share your work, that is how easy you are close to opportunity. This is something I have noticed many of the places that I have worked. I have come across a lot of experienced men and women. I don't think they are that proud of what they do. It's such that they don't even take pictures of what they work on. If you are working and what you do, you cannot take pictures of it, that's pretty depressing. And if you are working in 2026, whereby except you are working on something that is pretty confidential, but if what you do, you are not able to take a picture of what you do, then that is not good. I mean, what do you talk about on a dinner table? What you do should be something you will be able to talk to other people beyond the people that are sitting on your dinner table. I know a lot of people come back from work and the only people they can discuss with are their children and their wives and or their husband about what they do at work. Because if you are living in a family that care about what you do or care about your life, one of the questions people normally ask you is, how was your day? How was work? And today, one of the things you can do is actually share a picture or a video of some of the things you did. And that is actually the power of WorkParrots. Because with WorkParrots, the picture that you are sharing or the picture you are showing, it goes beyond your dinner table. You can actually share that picture online, and your wife or your husband or your friend or your child can share a picture or a video of what you've worked on, and they can say, oh, hey, this is what my father does at work. What you do at work, does your wife or your husband have a copy? Where can they find what you do at work? Your friend cannot go somewhere and point at what you do. That is not a good thing. Your friends and your family should be able to easily share or disclose and say, this is what my husband or my friend or my father, that this is what he does for a living. That is actually one of the things that business does much better than individuals. Business are always advertising, they are always taking their customers very, very seriously. But we individuals, we are never taking our work, or we are never interested in talking about our work. WorkParrots is really there as a place that you can share about your work so that somebody else can share about what you do. Your wife can share about your work if your work is on WorkParrots. Your husband can share about your work. Your child can share about your work if your work is on WorkParrots. If your work is something that is on the dinner table alone, then I think it's time you get your work out of the dinner table, because when your friends and your family can easily share your work, that is how easy you are close to opportunity. Because businesses are able to grow, they are able to get more work for you because they go out, and more people, the more people that know about your company or your business, the more customers you can get, the more money you can get. The same thing applies to people. The more people know about what you are capable of doing, the more people that are available to help, or the more people you can help as well, right? So WorkParrot is there to make sure that people can easily share what they do for a living without being arrogant, right? With just you building your network based on what you do. So today, a lot of people share on LinkedIn, a lot of people share on TikTok, a lot of people share on Instagram, but none of this platform can be a place that your work is organized, your work is curated such that they are able to see a systematic work. Let's say you are somebody that you work on an engine. Can you share a video on LinkedIn or on, on Instagram that is more than one post. If you share a single post, the moment you share a single post on LinkedIn or on Instagram, in the next 1 hour, your feed is full. So even your friend and your family cannot go on LinkedIn or go on Instagram to see what you do because they cannot find it on your feed. But with WorkParrots, everything you do is right at the top of your page, right? Because everything is in series. So because they are in series, the titles are all at the top. So your family member, your friend, your colleague, any person that you share your profile with is able to go on your profile and easily locate what you do and can share that. I think that is one of the most powerful feature of WorkParrots, just being there for the family, for those people that like to discuss their work with their family. I know there are people that what they do, they can't really share, right? It's confidential, or what they do, they are not proud of it. And or they are trying to change a career. So they feel that this is not where they want to be. At the same time, you need to remember that resume or a profile is built over time. So you cannot just think that bearing what you are currently doing is actually the best outcome, because what you do, it might not be where you want to be, but it's actually a stepping stone to where you are going. So by building a portfolio based on your current work and using your cell phone is the one of the biggest tool that we have nowadays is a cell phone. So your cell phone is able to get these things, and you are able to share it on WorkParrots, and your friends now, your family now, your colleagues now, they are able to see what you are capable of doing. If they can see what you are capable of doing, then they will be able to share, and your next opportunity can actually be right at the corner, right? So I'm really encouraging people to use WorkParrots to share what they do beyond their dinner table, or beyond if somebody asks you what you do for a living and you have a long explanation. Oh, what do you do for a living, Sam? You have a long explanation. However, if you are on WorkParrots, it's like, add me. And if that person was interested in what you do, then he should be able to remember next time, if because you have shared your WorkParrots profile with them. Because now, if they have or they hear somewhere that somebody is looking for someone that have that expertise, you are the next person that they will reach out to, right? That is why sharing your work in a visible environment is really one of the best things that you can do for your career. So let me know if you have any question. Like this video, share, and subscribe. Thank you.